It's all possibility waiting to play out, according to the will and the intent of we conscious co-creators of our own realities, proclaimed the emphatic voice. Anything could happen, so we could have a world steeped in justice, holistic intelligence, connectedness to source, harmonious with nature, and with abundance for all. That's an option available to us any time enough of us want it and therefore bring it into being. Everything has to exist in mind before it can become reality. The house that you live in only exists because a property developer decided to build it and an architect used his imagination to design it. That's why the first hermetic principle detailed in the Kybalion is the principle of mentalism. The universe is mental, or all is mind. Another option, because it's all possibility, remember, is a world of human slavery, suffering and hardship, of artificiality, immorality and manufactured scarceness where human potential is stifled and where most people live synthetic lives completely separated from higher consciousness. Sound familiar at all? It should. But we're only living in those conditions within the infinite number of possible playouts because, collectively, we've chosen it. And we've chosen it through our lack of spiritual care. How degraded and utterly destroyed does a species have to be to choose that second option when the first one is available to them any time they want it, but they don't even realise that it is? Nowhere near enough people are responding to truth and exercising care. And the way natural law works is to dish out consequences in a direct response to the free will decisions that we make. Unfortunately, that happens on a collective and societal basis as well as an individual one, which means that the small number of us who do care and take personal responsibility are going to be dragged down and made to suffer by the larger number in society who won't. That's why those of us who've come to these comprehensions have the right, and I would go further and say the duty, to teach these principles to those who are doing great harm to the whole of humanity by their ignorance of these dynamics. That's why I'm pissed off that I'm having to do this with my life. And I have a right to be pissed off. I do it out of an obligation to truth, to creation, because I recognise that in taking on these comprehensions myself, I also took on a moral obligation to teach them to others. But are there other things I'd much prefer to be doing with my time? You bet your fucking life there are.